All right. What's up, everybody? This is RedWardGrad, and I am back with another tutorial. We are actually going to take a look at Second Quest this time for The Legend of Zelda. It's often a quest that a lot of people are either A, scared of, B, they don't know what entails Second Quest. They don't want to jump into it, but I am here to tell you it's easy. It's not as difficult as you think. There's a lot of things that you can do to make the run go smoothly. It's just like First Quest. There's some RNG dependency at the very beginning. But once you get a run going and get into it, I mean, you can take it as slow as you want, or you can speed it up as fast as you want. What this is going to do, this path, this route that I'm going to show you is kind of an intermediate route. It does have a little bit of combat involved, but it's not a white sword only route, which is the current world record. This is actually going to get the magical sword pretty quickly for you. I mean, not super fast, but a lot of the easier levels will be done with the white sword, and then we'll get the magical sword for the harder ones. So first of all, what I want to do is take a look at the overworld map, because it is different than what you're used to with First Quest. We're starting in the same spot, of course, but I want to give you kind of an idea of where the levels are, so when you see kind of how we put the route together, it'll make sense on why we're going to different places in the overworld. So level 1 is exactly where level 1 was when we did First Quest. It's here again. It's going to look different when we get in there. There's going to be different enemies in that type, but it's in the exact same spot. Level 2 is actually over here under the Armos where you got the bait in First Quest. So it's a little different. Routing-wise, we are going to go level 1 to level 2, just like normal. Hey, Crescendo, what's up? We're doing a tutorial here on Second Quest, so if you have any questions, holler at me, guys, as we're doing this. Level 2 is here. Level 3, this is kind of the first big change. If you notice, there is no level 3 where you're used to seeing level 3 in the First Quest. That is actually the candle shop that we're going to utilize later. But level 3 is now hidden underneath a pond where First Quest level 2 was. So you actually need the recorder out of 2 before you can get to 3. After 3, you will notice that levels 4 right up here and levels 8 right over here are going to be just a couple screens from each other. So we're actually going to do 4 and 8 in one shot because they're so close. Because of this, you're going to need the ladder out of level 6. Level 6 is here. So after 1 and 2, we're actually going to come over here and pull the ladder out of level 6. Then we're going to leave 6 and come back and do it later. Yeah, I got to switch. Derp. Yep. Let's see here. After 4 and 8, you'll see level 5 is right here. Level 5 now needs the raft. The raft you pull out of level 4, which I'll show you how to do. 5's a little difficult. 5's a little step up in combat. Level 6, you know where that's at now. It's at the grave. So this here where you used to get the magical sword, that's no longer the magical sword. It's actually been mirrored on the other side, and you get a heart or a potion on the other side. Up here, Death Mountain area, where you're used to seeing old school level 9, this is actually where the magical sword is. It's in the arrows. When you used to come up here and go left, it is now up here and going right. There's arrows here, and you need the power bracelet. Power bracelet is located exactly where it was at First Quest, so we'll be able to pull that from here. Level 7 is down near where level 8 was in First Quest. Level 8 was under this tree. Well, level 7 is actually under this tree here. Level 7 is probably the hardest level in the game on Second Quest, outside of level 9. But level 9 is really not that bad. There's only a couple of rooms that we have to deal with. So level 7 is here, and level 8 we've already done because we're going to do it in the 4-8 combo. Level 9 then is tucked all the way up here. So a lot of people ask, okay, how soon can we get a white sword on whatever route we want to do? Well, the only 2 hearts you can get in the overworld without beating level 2, which has the whistle, the heart locations is here with the raft, which means you need to beat level 4. Here with the ladder, which means you need to pull the ladder out of level 6. There is a heart location here in the desert, which needs the whistle out of level 2. There is a heart location up here on Death Mountain, which we actually we used to route this heart in before we got the magical sword. Now we don't do that. But you need a whistle for that one as well. The other one is right here by level 6, which you actually can push that early. You can go get that right away. So if you beat level 1, you come get this heart, you can get the white sword. But you notice this is all the way over here on the left side of the map. White sword is in its typical white sword location from first quest up here. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. So really you want to tackle levels 1 and 2 before you get the white sword. You don't get the white sword until we come and do the 4-8 combo. So kind of the barrier to entry into second quest is being able to do levels 1 and 2 and pull the ladder out of level 6 with the wood sword. If you can do those 3, you can do second quest. And I'll show you kind of how easy it is. Easy. I mean, there's some RNG to it, of course, and there's backups, there's things that we'll do, there's things that you can make it safer and that type of thing, but that's what's different about the overworld. That's what's different about the locations of the levels. Now we're going to jump in, and of course, if you want to play second quest, you have to have a sword by your name. If you haven't beat the game recently, all you have to do is pop in the word Zelda. Yep, we're going to do some Rue Quarter strats crescendo for sure. Yep. That gives us the sword by our name, says we're ready for second quest, and we are off and running. So I'm going to have my timer going. This, of course, is not going to be a speed run for me. I'm going to take you through the levels bit by bit. If I don't get the bombs, there's actually a bomb drop we're having to set up at the very beginning. If I don't get that, I'm going to actually show you where the backup one is. In a regular run, you're just going to reset if you don't get the bomb, but I'll show you where the backup is here. So you start just like normal. Go grab your sword. And now the first thing you want to do in second quest is we are going to, in level 1, we are going to enter level 1, and there's going to be a pack. There's going to be a pack of 3 Goriyas right here that's going to give us a key. Well, if you know, Goriyas drop bombs, and they drop bombs on the 6 and 8 globals. If you kill 5 enemies before we get to these 3, the first one you kill is going to be number 6, number 7, and then number 8, in whatever order you want to, but that gives us 2 chances for bombs. The reason you want to do that is because this bomb hole right here and this stair makes it real quick to get through level 1. If you don't do that, I'll show you the backup. If you can't get the bombs, I'll show you the backup, but you want to kill 5 enemies before we actually get to level 1. So there's actually some setup involved in second quest. So whenever you see anybody run it, you'll see them killing enemies. So we'll go 1. We're going to walk up here. We're going to kill these levers up here. And the reason you're going to kill levers is because they're going to have a chance to give you a 5 rupee based on their globals. And of course we don't get it because we're talking about it. But that's 5 enemies right there. So now our global's set up on number 6. And we have 2 chances here, 6 and 8, to get a bomb. Hopefully we'll get one. If we don't, no big deal. I will show you the backup. Alright, so there is the 6. We got the bomb, which is great. Alright. So we got the bomb. Now, if you didn't get that bomb, all you have to do is go north 2 rooms and clear out these blue... Oops, sorry. Go north 2 rooms, clear out these blue Goriyas right here, and they'll drop you a bomb. There's a static bomb right there, and then you come back. The one thing I will warn you of... If you haven't played second quest, the enemies are different, so let me show you. The Stalfos now fire. They fire swords. So you gotta be careful walking through this room. It's not just your typical, your grandma's Stalfos that you can knock off and they're really easy. But if you get the bomb, you're gonna drop a bomb here. We're gonna go in here. You can take these guys out. You can block clip, whatever you're comfortable with. There's only 6 of them, it's easy to kill. The Stalfos shoot in second quest, yeah. That's exactly what I think. We're gonna take these guys out, don't get wall mastered. It's a little embarrassing. Alright, you want money, you want to have about 10 bucks. You're hoping to get a $5 on the way to this location, and then the wall masters should give you a $5 at least while you're here. You're trying to build up to at least 10 bucks before you leave. I'm not too worried about it right now, because I'm going to kill a lot of enemies, but that's what you want to do. And now you're ready for Aquaminus. If you got Beam Sword, he's real easy. If you don't, just get in close. Just take 6 hits, of course, on Aquaminus, and he is down. That's it. That would be level 1. That's all you have to do. You don't need any items in level 1. You don't need to clear out anything. It's literally like 5 rooms and you're out. Level 1 is super easy. After level 1, we need the power bracelet. So we are going to come up here. And this is kind of the other thing. You have to kind of have a working knowledge of how screen scrolling works and be able to do it. Because you need to scroll this screen and this screen. And what we're doing here in the overworld map is after level 1 here, we came up here and we're going over to get this power bracelet right here. You can walk all the way around and come up and get it later if you want to, but it's so much quicker because we're getting ready to go over this way anyway. So we're going to grab the power bracelet and take this off. Easiest way to grab it is to wake him up, stab down, grab the power bracelet, walk through, and we're on our way. Now if you get to this screen, a screen scroll is going to put us over at the Armos, which is where level 2 is. And just don't knock my screen scrolls, they're terrible. And this is level 2. So, level 2, let me show you the map of it and kind of what we're doing, our game plan here on level 2. Okay. Alright, so level 2 looks kind of like a letter A. Okay, it's an A with some spots filled in. If you grab the map, these 2 spots here are blank, so it makes the letter A. What we're doing in level 2 is we're going to come up here, all the way up the left side, we're going to come down through the middle, and we're going to come in here and get the recorder. After we grab the recorder, we're coming out, and then we're going to go around to the right, all the way down, and then up to fight this Gleeok. So you do quite a bit of level 2. Level 2 is very much like level 4 in First Quest. You do not want to take bops in level 2 at all. You will lose so much time, and you will lose your runs by taking bops in 2. You want to have a count going in. You want to know what your count is going in because forcing bombs is going to be very important. I am not going to kill the manhandle that's up here. It's got a key. It's the easiest one just because I see my bomb count right now is 2. So I'm not going to kill him. There's a key here, which is much slower, but will give you the chance to get some globals. So in this first room, you can take very easily. These guys will actually charge you, so it's nice. You want to get a couple of them at a time if you can. I'm not getting that fortunate this time. And again, clearing this room is by all means not the fastest way to do level 2. But it's a safe introductory way to do it. Okay, now we're just going to walk north. Gonna watch out. Try not to get hit. These guys fire. Now if you have a count, if you know your count coming into this room, you can clear these guys out, work your 10 count, and you can get bombs. This is a great room to set up and get bombs, but you don't want to clear the whole thing out because remember, we're coming back through. That was my 10 count right there. So we're not going to clear all the enemies out because we have to come back through. So you want to work up to your 10 count, work your bomb right there, and then force your bomb right there and then leave. Do not kill all of those guys right there. If you kill them all, leave, we go get the recorder, and we come back through, those 5 guys will be back, and now you've just wasted time killing them twice. So what we're going to actually do is you need a bomb to bomb this hole open right here in this room. And there's a key that the only way you can get this key, because of this shoot room that we're going to come through in a second, is from this side. So that's why you bomb that. Kill him, come up here, and now we have Manhandla. Manhandla, of course, is level 3's boss. You're going to have a lot of mini-bosses in Second Quest that you can tackle if you want to, and sometimes you don't have to tackle them. This is one you do not have to tackle. We got the key down before in that first room in 2, if you remember that. So we don't need to tackle this guy. If you want to, go ahead. There's a free key here. If you've got 5, 6, 7 bombs and you feel up to it, go for it. This is actually a very quick key to get. We're going to bypass it, though, because I only have 1 bomb on me, and we got the other key. But that's a room that drops a key. This room we don't have to do anything in, just not die. Don't get touched. Don't hit him. We've already bombed from the left in this room, but this is going to be the first instance. You don't have to kill any of these guys. I'm just doing it so I can talk. This is the first instance of pass-through walls. So this is what trips people up casually playing this game. This is a pass-through. You just hold down, and it lets you go through. This is where our recorder is. Again, the recorder is very important because it's going to give you a lot of hearts in the overworld. Again, overworld movement, those types of things. And we get it because we are going to level 6 next, and it sets up the rest of the game. So now there's nowhere to go, right? Nope. We're going to go back left, pass through this wall, and it's going to take us back to the room where we left these 2 enemies. And again, this is exactly why we don't want to kill these guys, because this room would be full of these guys again if we didn't leave them. Derp, I don't have time to talk right now, I'm sorry. Alright, so you're going to clear them out. And now we're going to make our trek towards Gleeok. A lot of this is avoidance now in level 2. You don't really want to get hit. You don't want to touch anybody. You don't want to mess with anybody. Yeah, Dr. Blue, that's a good point. Some walkthrough walls are 2-way, some are 1-way. Absolutely. A lot of them, and you can see them on the NES maps, they'll have either 2 arrows, and I can show you actually right now, because this is a good example right here. You see from the recorder room, this was a 2-way, so we could have gone back north through that walkthrough wall. This is a 1-way, so coming here in this room, I could not have walked back through to the right, or I couldn't have just gone straight to the recorder. This is only a 1-way wall. You can only come this way. A lot of the level 7 and level 8 puzzles that you'll see, the puzzle levels, are full of 1-way walls. So that's a great point. Thanks for bringing that up. Okay, so what you don't want to do is take bops like I just did, right? You want to get to this room. This is a pretty free, easy key to get. Clear those 4 keys out, and you can see where I'm standing. These turrets don't fire. It's a safe spot to get in this room. So as you're entering this room, you want to come down, sit in the middle, and then kind of see where the Keese movement is, and then fight the Keese. And then if you get to a point where, you know, the Keese are too far or something, you want them to come back. Again, this is the safe way. The fastest way is just to chase the Keese and knock them out. And hopefully you have Beam Sword and you can just take them out that way. But right here is kind of where I fight them from. It's kind of the home ground, and I hope they come back towards me this way. Come back down, we're going to grab another key. And again, you don't want to take bops, so clear those guys out. If you're on the route that I'm showing you, they should all be centralized in the room. It'll be very easy to get to. You just want to clear them out and go. Get the key and go. Here, we want to avoid those guys at all costs. We don't want to mess with them. We're going to take the stairs. And as we come out here, if you go right and up... Oh, I messed my movement up. If you go right and up and then drop that bomb, you will you can take both those guys out at once. They have the same pattern movement every single time. I messed my movement up. But they're going to drop a pack of bombs for you too. You could just go straight north if you don't. If for some reason you have 8 bombs or whatever, you don't need anything, just go north. Just go straight through the keyhole and you're good to go. This Gleeok, you can use doorway strats if you want to. We're not going to, but you can see that this door didn't close behind me, right? So you can actually sit here, go out, and go back and forth if you'd like to. If you've got Beam Sword, come up, shoot a beam, come back. Come up, shoot a beam, come back. You can use doorway strats on this Gleeok where you can't do that in level 4 in First Quest. Because if you think about it, you're coming from over here, right? And this door slams behind you, so you can't do it. Here, if you've got beams, which is why I'm saying do not get hit in level 2, you can make this fight as safe as you want to. So this is actually a safer Gleeok than level 4's First Quest is. As I about ripped this out of my ear. So I'm going to do a save state just so I don't have to go all the way back through this real quick. Quick save state 1. Alright, shift 1. And then again, just use your Gleeok strats. You know, you want to fight him in a U-shaped pattern. You do want to actually hit him when you're fighting him. Try not to take damage. Grab the heart and go. So level 2 is very much like level 4 of First Quest. I've said that before and I'll say it again. Do not take Bops all the way through. Get to Gleeok with as many hearts as you can and wreck him in that fight. So now what we're doing is we're going to go back through the overworld, but we are actually going to scroll into the graveyard. Now that we have the whistle, we can open up level 6, which is going to give us the ladder, which we need for levels 4 and 8. Well, 8. We don't really need it for 4. But there's a key in 4 that's actually quicker with the ladder. So it's helpful there. At this point, you want to kind of be looking at your money, too. If you don't have around 20 bucks, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble later. Yeah, this is a tough part, and I'm gonna really show exactly how to do this. You want to follow my movements very closely when we get into 6. This is, again, a gravestone that you can push right at the beginning of the game. There's no strength necessary. There's no anything like that. Gonna grab this heart. Actually, I don't grab this heart. We usually don't have this heart in the route that I do. We get it later. I'll show you later. Come in here. We're going to whistle. Go into 6. You can grab that heart if you want to. It makes it a little bit easier. It's actually faster to do that later. But grab that heart if you want to. It's a little easier. Level 6. All right, let's bring this bad boy up, and I'm going to show you kind of what we're doing here. We don't have to tackle all of level 6 right now, which is nice. We're starting down here. What we're doing is we're going to go up through here. This is going to be a dark room. This is a maze room that you're going to take a quick look and analyze. And if the 3 blues are doing what they're supposed to do in this room, you'll never get touched. There's a slight possibility they phase into you, but it's very rare. It's like 1 in 20, 1 in 30. It rarely happens. But what you're going to do is we're going to come up here. You're going to do a half tile walk to the right, and you're going to go straight up through here. There are bombs here, but you have to clear out the room to get them, so we're definitely not going to do that. So we're going to go up, again, half tile to the right. We're going to go all the way up here, and then you're going to see a blue that's coming across the top here. I'm going to go up to the right. I'm going to stand right on this tile. I'm going to wait for the blue, and then I'm going to let him phase whichever way he's going to go, and then I'm going to continue up through the door. So let me show you how that looks. Oh. Let me show you how that looks. See, I'm waiting right there, and then I go through. All right, so this is the next room. Went up here, went up to the right, and I'm going to show that room off again because I had the map up, and I apologize. I'm going to show that room off again. Went up here, went up to the right, went straight up. That blue came over this way. Up to the right, straight up. Blue came over this way, and I went right through the door. So as long as you walk in that straight line and just have a little patience, you're going to be good to go. This next room is an open room. All we're going to do here is we're going to come up, hug this bottom tile, and try to get to the door as clean as possible. Okay, just like that. I'm actually not going to do the map anymore. I think it's going to be easier just to talk with it open. Okay, so what you're seeing here is you're going to see 3 blue Vyres. All we have to do is hug the bottom of the room and go to the left and go through the key door. It's real easy. Again, we're trying not to touch anything. This room, and you'll see a common pattern. We're trying to get as south in the room as possible. 1, because Wizrobes have a hard time of lining up on the bottom row. And 2, because the way that the pancakes are materialized and they spawn and they start moving, they usually don't bother you on the bottom row. Make an adjustment if you need to, and this is the room we're trying to get to right here. This is it. Push this block. Grab the $5 because we need every dollar we can get. And this is going to be our recorder. Clearing these out so I don't take any damage because damage is very, very, very important in this run, especially in level 6. Okay, so when I come out of here, we need to get out, and leaving here is not going to be going the same way as when we came in. We're actually going to be going and trying to grab a key that is very, very, very tough. The key is right here in the middle of these Wizrobes. Wizrobes aren't the problem. The problem is it's the first introduction you're going to have to red bubbles. Red bubbles take your sword away permanently. There is a blue bubble that spawns in the middle here on this island. It'll spawn on the Chevy Island every single time, but there's a red one as well. So what we have to do is we have to come down. We're going to stab our sword through, kind of like in level 7 when you're making the turn in level 7. You stab through, and then you keep going to the right. It's the same thing right after the meat block. Same thing here. You're going to stab through, grab the key, and you're going to walk to the right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be following a Wizrobe on the way out the door. You're just going to be right on his coattails. He's there every single time, and you just have to have patience and take it at his speed. So let me move the map. You'll see what I'm talking about. So we want to leave this room. Get out of this room as clean as possible. This is the Vire room. We've been back through here. Now this is the route that I was talking about. We're going to come down. This is the Chevy room we're prepping for. This is the hardest room early on in the game, right here. You just have to stab through, and we're going to walk to the right, and we're going to follow a Wizrobe out. I guarantee I'm going to mess it up the first time because we're talking about it right now. But I'm going to make a save state. All right, here we go. I'm going to stab through, and then we're going to follow this guy out. You see how we followed him and like rode his coattails all the way out? That's what we did. So again, on this map, what we did is we came down through this door, we stabbed right here, we grabbed this key, and then we kept going right. I took a heart of damage, which is better than taking a beam to the face or something like that. We got out of this room. Now we have one more room to get through, and it's a dark room. Remember that maze room that we walked straight up the middle on? What we're having to do now is we're having to come out this door, come down, get on this second tile, and then get to the door. There is going to be a blue Wizrobe here that you have to avoid. He's going to be coming on this third tile right here. So you've got to get all the way on the second tile before you come down. I'll show you how that looks. Actually took a bop. That's all right. No big deal. The most important thing is you want to swing your sword on the way out of 6. We've got 3 hearts. We've got the key. Most importantly, we've got the ladder. We did everything we were supposed to in level 6. Mission accomplished. That level is the hardest part of the early run, but if you follow the movements that I showed you, you're going to be just fine. So now, come down here and we're going to do the world wrap. The thing about the world wrap this time is that you do it back and forth. You don't have to do it this way, but it is quicker if I can get on the pixel. It's quicker for most people, maybe not for me. Because we're going to be going where level 2 is, and there's nothing that you don't have the raft yet, so you can't get the raft heart. So we're just getting that first heart. Coming up here, we're going to level 3. Now you just grabbed the recorder, or you just had the recorder out already for the other level. You didn't have to change weapons or anything. So your recorder's already out for level 3, which is nice. Level 3 is I swing my sword. Yeah, Christian, no, good question. I swing my sword leaving 6 to make sure that the last thing I touched in the Chevy room was not the red bubble. Because if it is, you've got to go visit a fairy fountain before you can use your sword again. Or you have to go back into that room and touch a blue bubble. Usually it's a reset. But what I want to do is, because I'm not using my sword for a little bit, I swing my sword on the way out of leaving 6 just so I know. It's kind of one of those things of like a self-assured thing that, hey, I've got my sword. Level 3. Let's take a peek at level 3's map real quick. And you'll see that we're not going to be doing a lot of this level. It is by far the easiest level in the entire game. So level 3 looks like an L. There's the top part of the L. Or not an L, I'm sorry. It's like a music note without the top. That's what I used to refer to it as. But all we're doing here is we're coming in here. We're going up to these gorillas. We're not even going to fight them. We're going to go to the right. We're going to clear these Dodongos out. We're going to grab this heart. We're going to come down here. We're going to push this block. It brings us here, and we get the Triforce. So this is the first... this is the first level that you'll notice that the boss is not attached to... The boss in the heart that you get is not attached to the Triforce. Usually you think of, if I'm going to a Triforce, I'm going to have a boss room right in front of it. This is not like that. So, but because of that, it's actually kind of weird. You don't feel like you're actually beating a level. You feel like you've got a couple rooms of combat and you're done. Level 3 is super fast, super easy. And you'll see right here. So this is going to test your, it's randomizer. This is going to test your ability to bomb Dodongos. I only have 4 bombs, so I can't miss. But I like to fight them on the half tile, and of course I'm going to miss. You're trying to smoke them. You got 3 of them to fight. Once you get up to like level, or to 8 of them, you can just double bomb them if you want. Grab the heart. And again, we've fought 1 room now so far, right? This is a very non-threatening room. These are just wall masters. There's no bubbles, no anything. It's just killing 6 or 7 of them. I can't remember how many. Not clocking yourself. When you're done, grab that. Now, if you mirror my movements, it's going to make this room a lot easier, because there are a lot of Goriyas when you come out of here. They can do some damage if you don't do this correctly. But you're going to go right and up, bomb, left, bomb. We got all but 1 of them, which is nice. Clear those out, and you're done with level 3. Level 3 is so easy. So level 1 we saw was like 4 rooms, right? And it's an Aquaminus that you're used to killing. Level 3 you've seen is now 4 rooms, right? And it's Dodongos that we're used to killing. Second quest is not that hard, guys. There are some hard aspects to it, but it's not that hard. I'm just checking for bombs real quick and getting some money. Alright, so right about now you're really focused on money. After levels 4 and 8, which is where we're going next, you need 110 bucks. You need 50 bucks to get through level 4, because there's going to be a take any that this old man's going to say, leave a heart or leave this money. You want to leave the money because we need all the hearts for the magical sword. In the world record version, you can actually leave the heart. You don't have to get the money, you can just go. You can leave the heart because all you're getting is the white sword and finishing it. We're going to need to leave 50 bucks there, and then once we get done with level 8, we're going to whistle down to where first quest level 3 is. And it's, yeah, thanks, Lack. Dr. Blue. And then we're going to go to where first quest level 3 used to be, and that's going to be our candle shop. So you need 60 bucks for that. So you need 110 bucks by the time we're done with level 4. We're going to be able to get 60 right here, so we're actually in a good spot. We're going from 37 to 97 here very soon. The 30-30 that you're used to from first quest still exists. There's 30 here, and there's 30 right above us. So we're just going to grab those. If you want to try for bombs, try for some bombs. I might right here now. Yeah. Know your globals. Actually wanted that 5 or 2. Crap. It's alright. Alright. So now, the white sword in levels 4 and 8 are right together. That's why we do these right now. Come up here. You can screen scroll this screen if you want. I'm not going to. This screen right here is where level 4 is. So the quick way to do this is to open level 4, come back over here, go right, and because this is that one weird screen that you can only progress up or left on, it's going to bring you back to the same screen, but the left side of it. It's like you're doing a screen scroll without having to do it. And you come over here. And you come up here to get the white sword. Sometimes this guy is up here. You can reset him like you did on the white sword route in first quest by coming back down and going back up if you want to. Or you can push through him either way. Alright, level 4 probably has the most challenging combat early that you're going to see in the run. Level 6 was tricky because it's a movement thing. You're trying to move and get around the whiz robes and stuff like that. So it's your first real movement challenge. This is your first combat challenge, is level 4. So let's head in here and I'm going to show you what we're doing. Find level 4. Level 4 looks like a D. Show him the D. Alright. So, we are starting off here. What we're going to do first, this key is too easy to get, so we're just going to go ahead and grab it and go. One of the things that I like to do is kind of do like the level 4 clip that you do in first quest, and this block right here you can clip through and it gets you to the middle easier. I like to fire when I come in, go up and clip that, and then work from the middle of the room. There are 3 bubbles here that are annoying. They're just going to add to your time. They're not really a nuisance. Like, it's not a danger. You're not going to Not going to die off these guys or anything like that, but it's a time sink if you don't do this clean. You're going to come back up here. We're going to go up here. Now, here's where the bomb dependency is, because you're going to have a lot of dig doggers in this level. You've got one here, and then you've got the boss over here that's a dig dogger. So we're going to go up, kill this dig dogger, and then this room up here, and I'm going to pause it before we get there. I'm actually going to light it up. Actually, I can't because we don't have the candle. But we're going to talk about this room before we get to it. So let's do the first part real quick, and then we'll get up to that room and talk about it. So again, we're trying to get this key as fast as possible, so I'm going to fire. I didn't hit anything. And you usually do not want to take damage. I took damage, but that's alright. Alright. I'm going to save state it. Come up, kill this dig dogger. Kill him just like you killed dig dogger in level 5. But again, there's a lot of mini bosses in second quest. This is one of them. Hopefully it gives you a heart or something to refill you, because this next room is a pain in the butt. Alright. So the next room we saw was a 5x2, right? It's a 5x2, and you're going to have 2 blue dark nuts here and 2 red dark nuts. Sounds easy, right? Cake. Except for we have the 3 red bubbles again. You have a blue bubble in there to kind of protect you, but there are 3 red bubbles that are going to take your sword away. And it's dark. And you don't have a candle. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. It can be a dangerous room the first couple times you do it. There is a cheese way to do it, which I do in low percent, where you actually clip into that middle block. If you can do it blind because you don't have the light on, you clip into the middle block and you can just fire away and you're good to go. Otherwise, what you want to do is you kind of want to just have the 5x2 in the back of your mind, and you either want to work from the middle of the room, firing at the guys as they're coming above that middle block, or you kind of want to work them around one of the bottom parts of the 5x2. So we're going to fire when we get in. We're going to see kind of what the room looks like. So you can see it's going to be very congested for us, right? Beam Sword is your friend here. You want to have Beam Sword in this room. If you do not have Beam Sword, it's going to be very, very, very difficult, because as you start lining up to kill the Dark Nuts, the red bubbles are going to come and just wreck your day. So you'll see that Beam Sword is going to be very beneficial to clearing this out. Alright, so I've lost my sword, right? I got that red bubble, and that's part of the problem of this this run, is that these red bubbles just kind of wreck you. So, as a beginners, just take your time. You don't have to force it. As you start going for better times, of course, you're going to have to do this room better and better. Now we just have to wait for the blue bubble to come and help us out, be a bro. Try to avoid damage, and again, try to picture the room, like, because we know it's a 5x2, so we've got one here, right? So you can fight guys around this one here. It's a 5x2. We've got one here, right? I'm walking into it. So you can fight them around this. You know they're going to have to pivot through. You got the middle one, which is the best way to fight. As they're walking above this one, that's the easiest way. But a lot of your combat comes from, like, right down in here. So just being comfortable with how the layout of the room is. Alright, so this room here we don't need anything in, but it's kind of a pain because there's 6 blue dark nuts. Level 4 is very much an attrition level. You have 8 hearts, and it's hard to refill your hearts all the way through the level, so you just don't want to hit things. So use pause strats if you have to. You just want to completely avoid this room. There's nothing in there for you. If you need to refill, these guys sometimes will drop hearts for you, or money, so you can grab that. If you need bombs, there are bombs in this room right above here. You've got a ladder, so it makes it easy. So I grab some bombs, but if you don't need bombs, we actually want to go right out of here instead of up. Alright, so now we have 2 Pols Voice, we have 2, whatever those guys are called, the mummies, and then 2 keys. 4 of the 6 enemies in here can do 2 hearts of damage, so you can get wrecked in here pretty quick. You're trying to do this room as fast as possible because this is one of the easier keys to get as well. And I dodged that guy because I did not want to lose my beam sword. so there's a key. So now you come up here, and again, if you want to come up this way and then go left, the bombs are over here, so you can do it this way if you want to. You can see if the Gibdos give you a bomb. The Gibdos, that's what they're called. See if the Gibdos give you a bomb. If they don't, then you can come over there and grab the bomb if you really, really need some. But ultimately, what you can do is just come north, clip through it, and then come around this way. All right, this is another room that's dark, but all it is, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but there is a vertical river room on the right, which is why you kind of need the ladder in 4. Because while you don't need the ladder to finish it, there's going to be a key that you can only get if you had this ladder, right? That's the only way, because it's a river room. So because it's one of the easier keys and it's on our path, direct path, it makes sense to have the ladder for this room. Alright, so now you're going to see the first leave your life or money room. And we want to leave our money. This is part of that 110 that I was talking about before. This room here, you don't have to do anything in but push this block. We're going to go down here, and you see that there's blue bubbles. Very important to remember that there's blue bubbles here, because when we come out of this next room, there's going to be a very annoying room that cannot do any damage to you but can wreck your run. 3 red bubbles and a key door above you. You have to instantly see the 3 red bubbles here. Look at the path. If you get hit, like I just did, then you have to go all the way back. Touch a bubble, push the block, and go back. So you can see that there's no damage that can be done in that room except for it can damage your run. You lose 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds that you lose just for touching a bubble. Sometimes they can be trolly as all heck. Alright, so now we have another Dig Dogger that I'm going to get bopped into. Alright, and this is what trolled people playing this game casually is, oh, I can go get the Triforce, right? Nope, we gotta go get a raft. So this backstretch of rooms, we are over here now. Triforce, right? We're gonna go through this wall. This is exactly where we're standing. There's gonna be 3 red Dark Nuts, which they're easy, but you don't want to lose your beam sword, you don't want to lose life, anything like that. They're very easy. Don't drop anything, but it's a shutter door, so you have to kill them anyway. So we're gonna kill these guys. We're gonna come up here. We've got 3 Dodongos with turrets in a turret room. So this is one of the first high pressure situations you're going to be under. And then you're going to have a room that has 2 blue Dark Nuts, 2 red Dark Nuts, and 2 Pole's Voice. So this is the hardest challenge that you've had to face yet. It's a gauntlet. Hopefully you have your beam sword. Hopefully your combat's on point. Because this is going to be one of the more challenging parts to this run, is the back half of 4. And I have a split in here from the white sword. I used to have a split from the money room to the raft just because that back half was so important. I don't anymore. I'm just trying to eliminate splits. But we're going through here, crossing our fingers. And again, these turrets will wreck you, so just want to be smart about it. You can stand here if you want. Yeah, I know, right? That's right, Kashinda. All right, so this is the hard part. Now, if you followed the path that I just showed you, you'll have this exact spawn every single time. And can you see my mouse? Yeah. You'll have this spawn every single time. What I like to do is I like to walk straight up here, and I'm going to try to plant a bomb right on this location. The reason being is that this guy and this guy are going to start coming left. Sometimes you can get a double. You can smoke both these guys if you just concentrate on here. Don't worry about this guy. Concentrate on here. By the time you walk up, place the bomb. These guys will be walking left. One might go south. One might turn around, whatever. They're RNG, right? But my focus, my goal is to try to get up there and lay that bomb. And unfortunately, I laid the bomb too far. But I was able to smoke those 2 anyway. So that was a decent room. You want to get out of there with all 8 bombs, which means you're laying 1 or 2. That's it. Don't miss too much. I've been on this backstretch before with 1 or 2 bombs, and that first bomb is so important. You do not want to miss it. So That was actually pretty good. All right, save stated, and now you're going to see this room. This is like very, very tight quarter combat, but because it's tight quarter combat, you can actually use that to your advantage. The Pols Voice are by far the most dangerous part of this room. Actually, they're kind of annoying just because of how they jump. It's going to take, because you have the white sword, 2 hits on the orange Dark Nuts and 4 on the blues. So what you want to do is you want to get them working around corners and use the corners to your advantage. So we can start sweeping this room from left to right. Ultimately, what you want to do is you want to get these guys up here, because as they're walking left and right up here, you can swing through these 2 blocks and there's nothing they can do. They've got to walk left or right and they're vulnerable up here. But getting up there is kind of a challenge because you have this conglomerate right here. Sometimes when I come in here with 8 bombs, I'll drop a bomb and try to push them. But this time we're just going to try to pick this guy off, and I'm going to show you kind of how to work the room left to right. You take a little damage, that's fine. You're trying to do it as fast as possible without getting hurt. I want to get up there so I can show you. Yeah, see how they're working up here? There's nothing they can do, right? They're trapped. That's the best place to take out the Dark Nuts. These Pols Voice, man, they're just annoying now. And you're trying to rush when you're like actually, you know, on PB pace and stuff like that. You're trying to rush as fast as possible. Yeah, Tabin, good point. Do not go out that left door, and I'm going to show you why. So if you go out that left door, that's this door right here. That is a one-way door that brings you into the map room, but it's one way. You can't get back through. It's a visible door here. It's a blank door here. There's no door right there. So you would have to go all the way back through level 4 to get to where we are. So definitely do not go out that left door. You can hide in there, which is kind of nice, but don't ever walk out that left door. All right, so Raft is acquired, and now you shouldn't take any damage on the way back through. We just hold down, these doors are going to open, we're going to walk through the wall, and we're going to go grab our Triforce. So we've beaten 1, 2, 3, and 4 now, in order. But now we're going to go to 8. And 8, don't let it fool you, 8 is very difficult casually. It's very, very easy in a speedrun setting. So from here, we're going to go left. Scroll this if you want. It's safer to scroll it, of course. And what we're going to do, I'm going to show you my lineup here. So if you see my mouse, you see the gray part of the map that you have on your screen right here? The right pixel, the right few pixels here, this block, if you line up right with that, that's where the door is going to be. So that's my lineup every time. So I'm not just bombing aimlessly when I come here to bomb level 8. It's right below the right side of this rectangle. I usually don't call it out on stream or anything like that, but that's my visual cue for this part. That's where 8 is. It's the first screen over. So let's take a peek at level 8. Level 8 is huge on the map. Looks like a little spiral here. We're starting down here. Can you see it? Yeah. So we're starting down here. All we're going to do in level 8 is we're going to come up here to this Dig Dogger. We are not going to do any of this stuff up here, right? We're going to come up here to this Dig Dogger. We're going to go down these stairs, and it's going to bring us over to this drop-off location right here, which is going to be a Keese room. It looks like you can only go left or right. This is the drop-off here. And we're going to come up, tuck around, go through these stairs, and we're going to finish up right up here. So there's only like 10 rooms that you're going to do in level 8. It's not, level 8 is not hard at all. We're actually going to be doing the exact same mechanics as what we just did in level 4. You're going to have a trio of Dodongos to kill, so your bombs, you have to be cognizant of bombs. All right, it is. It's a game of chutes and ladders for sure, Doc. Absolutely. This room is very important, though, and I'm going to show you what happens if you do this room correctly and if you do this room wrong, because you will do this room wrong at some point in your run, and you want to know kind of how to get back to where we are. So what you want to do is you want to avoid these guys, right? You want to get through here. You're going to see this snake room. the rope room, and then we're going to go north of the rope room, and it's going to be Goria's. Here. Okay? If you get bopped... I don't want to take damage, but that's okay. If you get red bubbled in this room trying to walk north, there are no red bubbles on this side of 8. What you have to do is actually open up these stairs, and this is going to take you 30, 45 seconds, somewhere around there. But it's the price of getting bopped. It's going to put you right in the middle of a bunch of Gorias, which you have to kind of navigate. I try to go to the bottom and over. Just depends on how they're feeling that day. Because I've done this several times, and this is where your blue bubble room is going to be. Make sure you touch the bubbles, and where this is going to put us is right in the room just past where the ropes were. Okay, so this is going to be that Goria room that I showed you. So you can see the difference in time where if you get red bubbled, you're going to have to do all that and drop you here. If you don't, all you have to do is get through the rope room and you're here. So it's a huge difference in time. You're not walking a lot of rooms, but it's probably 20, 30 seconds. So we're going to clear this guy out. Go down the stairs. And we're halfway done with level 8. Level 8 is so quick, it's not even funny. Alright, this puts us in that shoot room that I was talking about on the map. It's a walk-through wall. Now this is going to be, if I'm not at 60 rupees, and sometimes I'll have runs where I'm like at 50, 51 or something like that here, and it's kind of panic mode. Don't panic because you've got ropes here. If you sit on a half tile here, and the reason I'm sitting on a half tile is so if they get vertical of me, they don't shoot me like straight, they don't come straight at me. I'm going to get on a half tile, and I'm going to start laying into these guys, right? See how much money we can get from these guys? So I just went from 60-something to 87. If you need money, don't depend on this room to give you the money because it's going to be slower doing it this way, but you can use this room to get your 60 bucks that you're going to need. This is a walkthrough room. And do you remember the mechanic that we did in level 6 to get the key? It's the same thing. We're going to stab through that guy, use the iframes to grab, there's no key there now, but we grabbed a key in 6. You're going to stab through that guy, turn right, and go. There's nothing you need in there if you got through the rope room, you've done all the rest of the stuff, and you're at 55 bucks, between 55 and 60 bucks, 55 and 59, you don't have 60. You can clear that room out. You can see why this is a last resort. And there's 5 bucks right there. Alright, Fairy. Alright, Fairy. Seriously. You can do that as a last resort, but do not do that because it just takes forever to clear that room out. It's safe. That room's not going to kill you, but... Now, this comes up more frequently, is... One of the things you want to do is get through this room as fast as possible, but if you have 4 or 5 bombs, which is where we're at right now, we have to fight a triple Dodongo next, and after the triple Dodongo fight, we're going to have level 5 where we need bombs early. So you want to have a lot of bombs going into this end fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that this room here has a static bomb drop. But you can see how long it takes to clear it out. Alright, so there's our static bomb drop. We're up to 8 bombs. The other thing you can do, if you're feeling frisky, you can take a bop here on one of these guys. Like that, but not kill him. And then you've got a Moldorm here that if your count's at 0 from taking a bop, you can kill all but one bomb and you can get your bomb drop that way. So all this is, and this is going to be a different formation, but this is the formation I see quite frequently if I haven't altered rooms or anything like that. This is just a turret room with Dodongos again. If you miss, you miss. Just Shit. Alright, so we're leaving with 7, which is alright. And that's it. Level 8 is not, like, we were never in danger health-wise in level 8, and you will never be in danger health-wise in level 8, so don't panic about level 8. It's really not that bad. So come off here, go to your whistle, and what we're going to do is we're going to whistle to the right twice. It's probably best to let rocks and stuff go by before you do, because if you get bopped, you're going to lose your whistle spot. You won't be able to use the tornado. This is going to take us, the way the whistle works, it's going to take us to level 3 of First Quest. Grab our candle. And we need the candle because it's going to open up the 100 secret for us. And this is the only 100 secret on the map, so that's the only way we can take advantage of it is with the candle. But it doesn't make sense to collect the money to get the candle early for any reason other than this. So you're going to grab this hundo, go up and buy arrows because we're going to have a Goma in level 5. We walk past this spot after level 2, but there's no way to get enough money. Oh, that's not the split. To grab that on the way through here. You're not going to have 80 bucks by the time you're done with level 2, ever. So you want to check your bomb count. If you don't have enough bombs, you could buy them there. Oh god. You guys are all going to see my terrible left to right scrolls. And we're going to walk into level 5. Level 5, I'll show you what that looks like real quick. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. Level 5 is going to look like a Z. And we're going to use every bit of this Z, okay? So we're going to start down here, and what we're going to do is we're going to come up, over, and down. And there's going to be a room here that's got an alternate key. If for some reason you didn't grab a key somewhere through this entire run, or there's a key that you want to skip later or something like that, this is a key that we can get very easily, and I'm going to show you how to do it. We're not going to need it this run, but I'm going to show you how to get over there and get it. We're going to come up, over, down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go get our bow. This part here is more avoidance than anything. You're not going to kill a single thing coming through here, but you want to avoid everything you can. So you're going to come up. This is a dark room. I like to go to the middle because there's two statues that shoot right away, right when you come in the room. So I come up, let them shoot, and then I come back down and over. This room's lit up, just a bunch of likes. Just push them out of the way. All right, so this room is kind of deceptively difficult. There's a bunch of things in here you don't have to kill. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get to the left wall, and we're going to walk through it without getting red bubble. That's the most important thing. So the red bubbles are way more important than the whiz robes there. This is, again, dark, but I'll show you what it looks like because we have a candle. It's just open. You're just killing bats is all you're killing keys. Sorry. And there's our key. We don't need it because, we got the key in level 2, and we're the early key in level 2. We haven't skipped one yet. So now you kind of want to use pause strats to get through here. We got to get over to those stairs without getting bubbled and without getting shot. So I'm going to get bubbled here, but there's a blue right as we're leaving. So check our sword. Okay. You want to switch to bombs, and this part is going to be kind of difficult. And let me show you the map again because you're going to see kind of how we have to attack this room. This takes us to the top part of the Z. And it's going to be a room that's going to have 5 blue whiz robes here. What they're going to do is they're going to spawn in here in the bottom part of the spiral. They're going to start coming left, and then they're going to eventually split and come up. What we're going to have to do, and again, this is kind of follow my path on how to do this, because if you drop bombs where I do and when I do, it's going to work for you every time. So what we're going to do is we're going to come straight down here. We're going to like spawn right here. We're going to come straight down. We're going to drop a bomb. This is going to kill anything coming left around that bomb. And then we're going to eyeball it, and we're going to drop a second bomb here. and there's supposed to be 2 blue Wizrobes that come right up over here. You drop 2 bombs, very similar locations, one right here and then one kind of right in here. It's going to take out a group here. You're also going to have blue Wizrobes coming up the middle, and that's when you kind of have to look, and if we're going to bomb right or left, you just kind of have to gauge it. But follow the path of what I do with the bombs here, and you'll see that you can take this entire room out with 4 bombs and 1 swing of the sword. It's easier to show you, but I kind of wanted to show you the map so you can see kind of the setup on everything. This part, it's a little tricky, and I'm going to save state it so we can do it a couple times if you want to see it a couple times. But we're going to come down. 2 bombs. There's 1. There's 1. And a sword. So that was 4 bombs and a swing of the sword. You might take damage. Oh, you don't want to do that. You might take damage on that first bomb drop. Okay, so that time 2 swings with the sword. But it's the same thing. It's down, up, down. I missed him that time. Took more damage there than I wanted to, but... sometimes you just have to clean up if your bombs, or if they separated or whatnot. So these guys didn't get as many bomb drops on them as the other guys did. And that's okay. Because you can fight 1 or 2 a little easier than just one of them. But this is what we're doing in this room. Sometimes you'll take that bop like that. That happens. So no big deal. So we clean it up. Usually have 3 or 4 bombs when you leave there. Don't be scared of that room. It's really not as hard as it looks. When you see 5 of them and you freak out. We're going to just avoid this guy. Go grab our bow. There's 3 bubbles here. Try not to get bubbled. If you get bubbled, there's blues on the other side. We'll be okay. Now, this is another free and easy key that there are 3 Gomas during your run that are going to kind of make or break some time for you. It's called one-cycling a Goma when you kill a Goma before he shuts his eye. So you want to try to get all 3 shots in before he shuts it. Every cycle of Goma adds between 6 and 8 seconds, I think Random and I were talking about. So right when you go up, we're going to take a look at how he's moving. Hopefully he's moving straight down. I'm just going to fire an arrow hoping he's moving down. If he moves left, we can still one-cycle him. If he moves right, you have no prayer. You do have to take a little damage if you want to one-cycle him. There's no way but other than to stand your ground. One cycle is the fastest you can do, of course. It's preferred. If you want to be safer, that door's open. You can hide in the door if you want to. Take a shot, come back down. Take a shot, come back down. That's the safer way to do it. You're not going to take any damage at all. But the fastest way is just to stand your ground and one-cycle. Coming out of here is important because you want to get to the door, but you do not want to get hit by a red bubble. So you just kind of want to expedite your movement right to the door. Don't stand there and linger or anything like that. Come up through here. Now this isn't, I'm going to use the candle so you can see. This is just an NSU room. We're just coming in here and we're leaving. There's nothing we have to do. This next room is very important. It's not really that hard, but you want to make sure you don't get red bubbled. Because if you go through, and let me show you here. Oh, shoot, I'm taking damage. I forgot that those guys will give me damage. That's all right. This is the room getting ready to go in. We're right here right now, the NSU room. Getting ready to go through this room. If you get red bubbled and you go through this door, this is a one-way trap door. There's no way back down through here. And there's no blue bubbles the rest of the level. So you have to die. That's all you can do and blue bubble yourself down here. If you get through this door, this is the one trap about level 5, you cannot be red bubbled. If you're red bubbled, run's over. I mean, you're done. So very important to watch your footing in this next room. Move this down. Okay, so I just took it patient, right? I went up a couple tiles. If that orange, where that orange is right there, when he shoots a beam down, he's not going to hit you, right? He's to the left of you, so the way your hitbox skews, he's not going to hit you. You don't have to worry about that. remember that's a like a middle island room, right? So it's one of those to where if you get up just, you know, a couple of few tiles in, you can kind of read the room and just react to it. Do not red bubble yourself. It's the most important thing in level 5. Do not red bubble yourself in this room. This room here, I have 2 orange Wizzrobes on the left side of me right now. I saw it before I paused it because I just know this room. There's traps that are going to close. You have to get at least on the second tile or above and then read the room. So I'm going to go to this second tile, try to get to the right door. You don't have to kill anything in here. This is an avoidance room. So I'm going to read the room, get out of there. If you are short health like I am, luckily there's some Zolls here that maybe will have a heart for you. Lucky enough to get 1. Now, the next room we are going to encounter is again a tricky room. This is a key right here that because you have 2 oranges, 3 likes, a couple blues, it's very hard to get to this key. Some people, when you first start out, prefer getting this key down here that we got instead of this key because it's a hard grab. Personal preference, whatever you want to do. This key is much quicker to get. This key takes longer, and there's a little chance of you getting hurt coming this way. We're going to skip the key because we got it, but actually, if you want to see it, I'll show you how to get it. It's not that hard. But because we got the other key, we wouldn't have to get it in this route. This is a pause strat room, so you're going to kind of read the room, right? We've got the likes up there on the right. Blues are coming to the left, so we want to go right to get the key if possible. And we definitely don't want to stay on the bottom row because we're about to get shot. So it's really not that hard of a room to go up there and get it if you want to. But that's not a room that's necessary. Here we just have a Manhandla that I incorrectly killed. Grab the bomb. Oh, thank you. Let's go back. Map was still on the stream, so I'll show you what I did. Alright, same thing. Orange Wizzrobes on the bottom. We want to come up here to the top. You do not want to get like I just did right there. That's bad. If you do, no big deal. Manhandla. Another mini-boss. This time I didn't get the bomb. I'm going to go back to the other time. That's alright. And again, there's mini-bosses all over the place in second quest, but they're not that hard. You fought them in first quest. No big deal. There's actually a bat that is the leader in this room. If you find him, it's going to clear him out. Go through the stairs, and we're almost done with 5. This is it. As you come up, if you want to bomb, you can, because it's going to take out the entire room. If you bomb to the left. There's 5 of those, what do they call the Vyres? There's 5 Vyres. One of those is the leader of this room, too. When I come out, I usually just either come down and bomb to the left, and it's one of these 2 that are bouncing down here that's going to be the leader. Hopefully you get bombs off them. Sometimes you get a heart refill. If you're lucky enough to have beams, at this point, you could sit here in this door all day, halfway out, and these fireballs will never hit you, and you could beam him to death. The fireballs can't hit you, so you can cheese this guy all day if you want to. I actually do that in low percent as well. But we can't right now, so we're going to fight him. That's it. That's level 5. Okay, so now we're going to finish up level 6, and we are actually going to Rue Quarter. The setup for the Rue Quarter is to blow to the right twice. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out, hopefully. Yeah. Alright. So the way the Rue Quarter works, if you're not familiar with what's going on here, is we're here. We are trying... Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. We are trying to get here. So we're going to recorder to level 7, quote unquote. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to put us here, because when you recorder somewhere, it sets your position to the left of where you are. and it brings you into the right. So every time, if you think about it, you're in the recorder, you get in the tornado, it brings you to the right. What it's doing is it's setting your position to the left screen and bringing you into the right. Well, what happens here is when I set the whistle off, it's going to bring the tornado in, but it's also going to launch the raft. And so it's going to set my position to the left. The raft is going to launch second. It's going to set my position up because the raft sets you up, and we're actually going to go to the northwest of our intended location. So, get the map off the screen. We're going to recorder into the graveyard. That's how that works. So now we're going back to 6. We have to finish 6 now because we did not finish 6 when we were initially here. Alright, 6 is a bunch of avoiding things. There's really not a lot of combat in 6. There's some boss combat. Okay, we get the bad spawns here, so I'm going to actually set this up again. I just want to take a look and see. Yeah, see? So sometimes you'll get these bad spawns to where the blues come in the middle and we're trying to go right up through the top. One of the things you can do on this route to reset that spawn to make it safer is you can go up here and grab this heart now. Remember when we got this heart before? Actually, in the route that we do, we don't get this heart until after 6. So you can go, if you have bad spawns, you can actually go up here, grab that heart, and come back down. And when you do it, the spawns are going to be fixed. And it can be easier spawns for you. See how they're moving left now? It's way easier than what we just saw. Alright. You're going to switch to bombs. And our goal right now is we have to bomb north in this room. We don't need to kill anything. We just have to play this safe and just bomb north in this room. So this is going to be another avoidance. Try to... I don't think I hit that, did I? I did. Try to not take damage. If you have to pause strat, you can pause strat. If you want to clear the room, clear the room. There's nobody saying you can't. Alright, so now I've got Wizrobes in my face. We're trying to go north again, so I'm just going to go around them. If you get bubbled, you get bubbled. I'm going to show you the easy way and the hard way to do this. The easy way is to push that block, go through these stairs. It's going to pop you out in a spiral staircase. Lay a bomb down. It's going to put you in this room. This room's got a bunch of Wizrobes in it that if we would have gone north from where we pushed the block in that triple horizontal room, if we'd have gone north through there, you can do a ladder clip and go through this room much faster than going down underground and coming back up, killing those keys and coming down through this hole. But when you see the enemies that are in here, it's much, much harder to do that. So you've got 3 blues and 2 oranges. Remember, you have to ladder clip through all that. So it's faster to do that. It's faster to do the ladder clip, but this is the safest way to do that room. Or that series of rooms. Now we just have a 2-headed Gleeok. Again, more sub-bosses for us. Try to maintain your health. The reason you want to try to maintain your health is because we're getting ready to face a Goma. Gomas aren't that hard, but this is a Goma that you have to shoot 3 times. And red bubbles in that room don't matter because all we're going to use is the arrows. But if you're not able to one-cycle this Goma, you do have his fireballs and the fireballs from the 4 corners that are shooting at you at once. So you have to do a dance, try not to get hit, and get yourself in position so when he opens his eye, you can shoot the eye and you're good to go. So we're going to try to one-cycle him, which we were able to do. If you did not one-cycle him, this door's closed. You can't hide. So what you're doing is you're doing a dance around all these fireballs, plus his fireballs that are coming at you. And there could be a good 6 fireballs on the screen, 5, 6 fireballs on the screen at one time. So, much, much easier to one-cycle him. Cross your fingers. Alright. So now you can see we're supposed to get this Grave Heart, and we can't whistle from here anyway. We want to whistle. Can't whistle from here right now. because it would open level 6 again. So you got to come up here and whistle anyway. So what we did is we actually put this heart now into the route instead of before when I got it. So we're going to whistle to 1. And we're going to go up in on my route it says to get the Grave Heart. We don't need to get the Grave Heart anymore because we did that. We don't need to get the Master Sword Heart anymore. We've got 12 hearts because of the way we routed ourselves. All we have to do is go get the Master Sword. Magical Sword. I keep calling it Master Sword. Oh, shoot. That's all right. You can scroll through these if you want to. It's the faster way to do it. And when we pop out, we're going to whistle to level 3, which is old school level 2, which is why whistling just once works. Takes you to level 2 in the memory. You do want to kind of stop and try to get bombs if you can. We're going to use bombs on a Manhandla coming up. So I'm gonna try and get some bombs here real quick. If I get hit, it's fine. The next one would have bombs, but that's alright. Has a chance. Alright, so this is the only piece of grass on this screen that you can burn but can't get to from either side. You can't burn it from the left side. You have to burn it from the right and then walk all the way around. Well, if you clip into the bush, you can actually get in. Alright, so level 7 is by far the most combat-heavy level. It's more combat-heavy than 4. More combat-heavy than 5 by far. So this is probably when your runs start doing really well in the beginning and the intermediate and stuff, this is where some of the runs will die. It's kind of like level 8, very similar to level 8 in First Quest. And you have 2 Blue Lagoons. Well, this one you have 3 Blue Lagoons. But the second one is not as bad as it sounds because I'll show you the secrets to doing it safely. The first part here, we're just going to avoid things. You do not want to take any bops or lose any life. I did kill something trying to look for a bomb, but did not get it, unfortunately. I'm going to light up rooms so you can see them, but these are going to be dark usually. I like to sometimes pause here and clear things out. You have the magical sword, so it makes it easy to clear things out just so you don't get hit, because remember, that room's dark when you go through there. This one here, the fastest way is to come down here, reverse clip, and then go. If you're comfortable doing that, go for it. I was hoping for bombs again, but we did not get them. This is our first mini-boss. Got a Manhandla. Now you do have the magical sword at this point, so finishing him off, man, it would have been nice to not take damage there and get the bombs, but that's alright. Finishing him off is easy because it's just 1 sword hit per arm. I'm going to trade life for chances at bombs here. This room here is one of those mini island rooms. Looks like this, right? So as you come in, what I like to do is I like to come up this way, and if there's somebody coming this way, then I'll like get on my ladder and then keep going. Get on my sword. But this is a good place to try to refill bombs and stuff too, because you have 2 oranges, and there's another 2 oranges here, and this room looks like this. So no bombs, unfortunately. Just trying to refill life before we get to the Blue Lagoon. So we're not at a lagoon yet. This is not a lagoon. And again, remember, this room here is dark. You're going to come through it this way. Both of these rooms back to back. And what I try to do is I try to get right on the water. And I'll fight and clear out a space before I can go. And then just go. Alright, first Blue Lagoon. This is very similar to Blue Lagoon 1 that you're used to in level 8. Just go at it the same way. Try not to take bops. Yada yada. I probably should have save stated, huh? Sorry. I'm just trying to preserve health. I'm not going for speed or anything right now, just for the tutorial. This room here, this is not a Blue Lagoon. You don't have to do any combat in here. You just have to get out. Just have to go north. Might take you a couple times to get through. Just have to go north. Here's a Goma. Mini boss number 2 of level 7. You can see I did not one cycle him, and you can see how long it takes for him to open his eye back up. Now we're going to 3 cycle him because that's fun. But you can be safe here and just kind of chill out. He's not going to hurt you from there. Then you can kind of breathe easy right here because all you're doing is killing a few keys. When you come out of this room, you've got to be ready to either pause right away and see kind of where they're at, where they're going, or do pause strats as you're walking north, which is what I like to do. If you do pause strats as you're walking north, you'll be able to read the direction of the blue darknets. So you'll see what I'm going to do here. I did the pause strats walking north. I walked into him, unfortunately. But if he's going to the right, you can back out, abandon ship, and then leave. And wait until you think you can get there. But you're just trying to avoid... My god, these guys are not letting me through. Just trying to avoid. Our health is okay. We're fine. Now, you get to this point. If you have the money, then what you're going to do is you're going to leave money here and, of course, not leave life. Most likely, you will not have 50 bucks at this point. I have it because we've been killing everything, going fast, that type of thing. I'm going to go ahead and leave life because that's the majority of the time what you're going to do. And it takes off a full one. It doesn't take off... If you have, like... Right, I was down 3 hearts. I'm still down 3 hearts. Takes off a full one there. So... Now, we have 6 dark nets in here. And it's a little more cramped quarters. But once you get the first couple out of here, it's actually easier than most Blue Lagoons. Because you'll be able to use the cramped quarters to your advantage. So I'm going to work... up in here, trying to kill these guys, and then I'm going to start using pivot points like this and like this to my advantage. They have to turn, right? If they come up this way, they have to go right. So you can sit right here, waiting for them and sword down. If they come this way, they have to turn up or they have to go left. So you can sit right here and sword right when they get in between here. They can't turn yet. If you're right here, you can sword down and you're going to get them as they're coming. So... You're just going to see me working pivot points. If you have beams, it's not even fair. So just be safe. I mean, you put the blocks in between you if you have beams. If you don't, then you want to work like I did early. I was working up in this corner because this 4x4 space right here is like the only 4x4 space where you can actually move in almost every single direction. If you're in here... you go this way, you can't abandon anywhere down or right. You don't want to fight from like right here. You're limiting your options. This 4x4 is the best space that I've found to kill these guys, at least the first couple, and then you want to chase and corner them. But bring them up to you. They want to get to you anyway, so don't deny them access. Don't. Of course, I lose my beams as we're talking. Okay. This is another room that you can cheese if you'd like to. From the right door, you can kind of play it safe, but you don't need to. This is just Blue Lagoon 2. Or Blue Lagoon 1 in First Quest, right? Same principle. Actually, I had a really good pattern there that, as I was talking. Wow. That's it. So there's 3 Blue Lagoons. That's the 3rd one. And now we have 4-headed Gleeok. This is the exact same fight as what we saw when we came through the hole in First Quest. We were coming this way, and there was a door over here to leave, or a door above to leave. Same fight. Only now, you can come down here all day, and you're not going to get sucked back through that hole, which is kind of nice. You can retreat and be okay. Grab your Triforce, and we're headed to 9. So we're going to whistle twice to the right. What that's going to do is going to take us to old school level 4, which is now level 5. It's going to set up a recorder again because this is the quickest way. I'm going to whistle one more time to the right. That sets it level 5, level 6. And what we're doing now is we're going northwest of level 6, which puts us right on Death Mountain. Very important to hold down, or if you see them shooting down, hold right to get off this rock. Otherwise, you can take a bop here. You want to be very careful about this. That's actually where your letter is. Just be safe here. Don't get sniped. Alright. Level 9 is not that hard. There's two aspects of level 9 you have to do. One is get the silvers, and then you're coming all the way back to start. And then the second jaunt is just to go up and get the, go up and find Ganon. There's not a lot of combat in level 9 in this one. It's just a few rooms that you'll see. Silvers are very close to start, but they're very well hidden when you play this casually. It's not easy at all to find these things. Because what's not intuitive is in a room like this, let me show you. When you first get here, walking to the right, which is what we have to do, through traps is not intuitive. You're coming up into this room and you're going to walk through here. This room, it's just a bunch of keys, and you can't go anywhere but right anyway, so we're just going to continue to go right. Be ready to swing your sword right when you get in this room. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get up to the north wall. I took damage I didn't need to take. That's alright. Ah. Come up here, walk through here. And this is where our silvers are. These are where... Just be safe in this room. I mean, once you start going for good times and stuff, you gotta be halfway quick in this room, but just be safe here. No reason to take a death in this room. And these are our silvers. Now, better men than me can up A from this point. When you're playing an up A category, this is not for up A. Go back to start, and then get through 9 on 3 hearts. I can't do that. There's no way. What you really want to do is when you get out of here, we're going to walk through this wall, and you're going to be very careful in this room because you're going to lose a lot of health in the next room if you get red bubbled in this one. So this is going to try to prevent losing health in the next room, which we just got bubbled. So we'll show you that backup. Alright, so what we have to do here is we have to bomb to the north and get out. This is actually one room to the left of start. Okay, if we went to the right here, what it's going to do is it's actually going to take us to the, it's a one-way wall. It's going to take us back to the very start of the level. So we're going to bomb this, and then we're going to find the blue, which I think we found already. Oh, shit. Alright, here you have blue Lamolas. I'll show you the safe strat. There's a quicker strat than this, but I'm going to show you the safe strat. The safe strat is just to go beeline to the door. Use your sword. And then use your bow and arrow if the other guy's over this way. If he comes towards you, cool. If not... Really? It's going to give you bombs, which you're going to need. Show you what this room looks like. There's 2 blocks on this room, left and right. So you come through here. These guys are going to appear right here, right? They're going to do their thing. What I used to do is I used to get to the middle here, and I would fire my bow and arrow this way, and if you stayed in the middle, they wouldn't change their Y coordinate too much, and they would stay right here trying to get through this block to you, and you could take them out. Sometimes what the aggressive strat, what I can do now, is I can come over here, place a bomb, and during their iframes, I'm attacking left and right with my sword. And you can take them out that way. And if they go through you, they're doing it during the iframes of the bomb, so you're actually okay. Either way, and then the ultimate safest route is just to get over here halfway out the doorway, swing through, and because of your hitbox again, they can't hit you, but you can take them out. So any way you want to do that room, it's available to you. You're gonna come left. This room here, we're just trying to get through. We don't need to kill anything in there. There's bombs. If you would like to right now switch to silvers, you can, to take these guys out quickly. And these guys can sometimes drop hearts or fairies, or it's gonna make the rest of the run a little quicker and easier. This is a vertical room. All you're trying to do is go north, and you pick a lane. So if you come up here and go left, that's fine, go all the way through. Come up here, go right. Again, you're doing this in the dark, but just know you're trying to hug one of those central ones. This here, you're just going to clip through. Again, not a lot of combat. We're not doing much combat right now. This is a trap room where the orange Wizrobes like to spawn to the side of you, right? Or straight above you. These guys are spawning over to my left, and I have to get out of the way of the trap anyway, right? So I'm gonna just go over there, go up one tile, and then go in. This room here, we have to go to the north. We have to bomb north. So I'm going to switch to bombs. And we're gonna try to stay on the second or third tile, just depending on what the room gives me. This room here, there's 6 blue Wizrobes. We don't have to kill a single one of them. All we have to do is just walk. Stay on the bottom row, hug the right wall, and go through. Now this is a speed running room. This room right here can save you 20 seconds if you do it correctly and do it fast. I don't. I still don't push this room at my time, my level right now. You can if you want to. All you got to do is you have to walk into this Chevy. You come this way. If they fire at you, you just come north here, just like walk right off on the ladder after the beam is done, come back down and go north. I still don't do that to this day. One, I like to get hearts off these blue Wizrobes because the back half of this is the hardest. And two, just because I'm not confident in the movement enough yet. But see how he's firing like that? You have to be very, very sure of your movement. I like to just sit here, and these guys cannot hurt you. You have to watch out for the orange ones, because that guy's going to fire like that. But you can sit there and you can kill those guys all day. And then after that, you just push through, and you're gone. I kill the blues, and then go. It's much quicker just to go through that room, but I kill the blues and go. Go to the next room like you saw in First Quest. This one is a push through. Windows telling me I need an update. This room here looks like there's no way to get to that door, but actually what we're going to do is we're going to go behind that blue Wizrobe that's on the top. And if you sneak in behind him, he won't be able to turn and shoot in time to hit you. So it's actually safer than it looks. See, you can get around him and through. Two things here. One, we're going to take this guy out. You have to take him out anyway. Now we have enough health just to go. There's only 3 rooms left in the game. That's it. We're almost there. But if you would like to, you can walk through this room. Clear this room out, and this is where the red ring is. The red ring is not too far off the path, and I used to get it for a long time. It only adds about 30 seconds, 40 seconds to the run, something like that. It makes it much safer to finish the game. You do not need it. I'll show you how to fight Patra 3 relatively safely. But it's nice to have right there. I mean, it's literally through the wall. Come back, this Patra's already dead. We're gonna open this up. One of the things you can do is you can prep this by just having bombs ready. Bomb through there, and this is it. There's one more room left in the game. So right when you come into Patra 3, this is the infamous Patra that's very, very hard. Patras are hard anyway to do quickly and to do efficiently, but when you've got the fireballs coming from the middle of the room like we're about to see, it makes it very difficult. So what I like to do is I like to come down to this bottom corner, and the fireballs are going to start coming towards me, down diagonally towards me, and I'll just move one tile up when they start, and that's going to usually keep me out of Patra's path. What I'm waiting for is as Patra expands and contracts, he's going to do it 3 times. I'm waiting for that 3rd contraction, and what I got to go up there and do is just spam on Patra. We're trying to lock him in the small sequence instead of the large one or the expanding, because it's just much easier to fight him. So I'm going to look for a fireball. Didn't even get a fireball, which was nice. Now I got to come up here and just spam Patra. And he gave me that anyway. So I took 1 bop from Patra. It was only 2 hearts, right? If you go up there and you do what I did, you stay in the corner, wait the 3 revolutions. If you get a fireball, just go 1 tile north. I'll show you that movement again. Right here. You'll see a fireball come. Just go 1 tile north, 1 or 2 tiles, depending on the trajectory of it. Just sit here like this, and as soon as he collapses, you want to come up, you just want to hammer on him. Just as fast as possible, try to clear him out as much as you can, because you want to limit the number of fireballs that are hitting you. This is Ganon. I'm not going to show you how to fight Ganon. There's plenty of tutorials on how to fight Ganon. That's it. And that's 2nd quest. Alright, so let's recap. Thanks for the GGs. We used some save state, stuff like that, but we had a clean run, so it's alright. Let's recap. Level 1, very easy. You just need bombs in level 1 to go fast, and that's it. Don't get wall mastered. Level 2 is like level 4 of first quest. Don't take bops, kill the Gleeok at the end, get the recorder, you're done. The hard part of the early game is pulling the ladder out of level 6. Follow the movement that I showed you, and you'll be able to do it, I promise. Then after 6, you're going to 3, which was like 4 rooms. It's super easy. You're going to 4, which has the tough backstretch. It's probably the hardest, but you're getting the white sword, which usually you don't have in first quest. The majority of the time you don't have it in first quest. And then you're going to 8, which had like 8 rooms that you go through. 8's pretty easy too. 4 and 8, you have to practice bombing and smoking Dodongos. If you can do that well, you'll do second quest very well. After 4 and 8, you're blowing a whistle, you're coming down, you're doing 5. Level 5 just had that very, very important sequence of bombs to be able to get the bow. Again, follow what I showed you. It'll be easy to take those out. It might take a couple times. You might even die. Big deal. Go back in there, go buy some bombs, go back in there, save state that room, whatever you got to do. But the way you clear out that room is going to be the exact same every time. Their movement is going to be the same. What you're going to see, if they kind of fly off a little bit, you use the white sword to clear them up. It's not a big deal. It looks harder than it really is. And again, because of the phasing of the blue Wizrobes, sometimes they'll get caught in that spiral themselves. And it's really kind of easy to clean up. The back half of 5 is kind of tough. It's more dodging than anything. Not a lot of combat. You have a Manhandler to kill and a Gleeok, but that Gleeok's pretty easy because you have the white sword. So there's no big deal in 5. Level 6, you go back in and finish 6, and 6 is pretty easy because it's a lot of dodging. That's it. Then level 7 is the challenging part. 7 is going to kill runs. You're going to die in 7. I die in 7 still. There's 3 blue lagoons. As you start increasing your times and dropping your PB, that's going to be the fun one. That's where your nerves... The back half of 4 is where my nerves get a little hazy sometimes. I get on edge on the back half of 4 just to make sure I do it right, and I still have time to save in my 4. And then 7. 7 is the one that you can really kill your run just because it just takes forever. Then 9. 9, you pull the silvers. Like you saw, it's only 4 or 5 rooms from start. Don't take too much damage on the front getting the silvers because you saw you're going to need that life fighting Patra 2 and 3, or 1 and 2 on the back of 9. And that's second quest. Second quest is, if you take the allure off of it of people who play it casually, because it's very trolly casually, as a speed run, it's a very pure, fun, good speed run. I highly suggest, if you've not tried Second Quest, try it. Use this tutorial. Use other tutorials. I know other people have made one. I hope this one helps you guys. If you have any questions, find me on Twitch. I will answer them. I love running Second Quest. Find me on the Discord, whatever you want to do. So for that, I'm going to cut this, and I hope and wish you guys well on Second Quest.